Hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. This is the first one of 2018. I know it's taken a bit longer than I usually have to make speed builds, but if you watch my Let's Play series, I came down with the flu and I haven't been feeling that well, so I'm finally back on my feet and yeah, we are doing this cliffside house. So this house actually hangs over the side of the cliff and kind of latches onto it at the bottom. So the part that actually hangs out of the cliff is all glass, and then we have the rest of the house kind of sitting on the ground floor, and we're gonna build, a cliffside all around and stuff like that. You're not gonna see me do the actual cliffside in this speed build just because it actually took so long to do, and I decided to cut that out just because it's very tedious work and I don't think that it is needed for you guys to see that. So with that in mind, let's just jump into the build here. So some quick info about the build. We have 2 bedrooms. The master bedroom is going to be on the floor underneath. So that would be the basement, but that is the part that's hanging out over the cliffside. And down there with the master bedroom, we have a big walk-in closet. We have a ensuite bathroom. On the ground floor, we have the kitchen and dining room area. We have one of the living rooms, and yeah, going upstairs we have a small bedroom. I didn't actually know what to do with the bedroom, so I turned it into just a guest bedroom. And then there is also a living room and another living room upstairs, which kind of functions more as a kind of reading living room. And then we have a office. So that's kind of the layout of the build. Oh yeah, on the ground floor as well, we also have another bathroom. So there's 2 bathrooms in total in this build. But yeah, I think that's it. So we're just working on the side hanging feature of the build. And you're gonna see this a lot in this build. I'm actually gonna change the wallpapers outside quite often, just because I couldn't actually figure out what I wanted to do with the outside here. So we're gonna change that somewhat often. I wouldn't say like it's a lot, but we're gonna go through a few iterations of colors, but this was just the color I chose at the moment. And then of course I wanted to have like this infinity looking pool just right next to the side of the cliff. So in the screenshots you're gonna see in the end, there's going to be like cliff or rocks going up the side of the wall, kind of going around, and we're gonna have some windows so you can kind of see out into the valley below, and it's going to be very awesome. At least I think it turned out to be a very awesome build, especially seeing that this is the first build of 2018. So I asked earlier today if you guys wanted me to do a potential collaboration with any other Sims builder here on YouTube. So I still want to know that. Either go to the post I did here on YouTube, or just comment down below if there is anybody that you would like to see me try to do a collaboration with, because I think that could be really fun. I've done some in the past, but I kind of want to delve more into that. So tell me down below if there's anybody where you think that could be a really cool collaboration, and I will try to make it happen. I know some people already commented on me doing one with the Sim Supply, and I don't know. I just think he's a little out of my league. Collaboration wise, just because he has like, I don't know how many he has, like over 5,000 subscribers, 5,000 no, 500,000 is what I was trying to say, subscribers, and I have 44,000. So I don't know, but maybe like somebody that's more on my level of subscriber counter wise, so it kind of evens it out a bit. And then maybe in the future, if this ever goes over 100,000, we can kind of try to branch out to the bigger builders here on YouTube. But yeah, tell me down below if there's any builder whatsoever that you think it could be really cool to see me do a collaboration with, and I will try to do that. So while I've been rambling on, we have been working on the downstairs master bedroom. So this is just kind of the room. It's very big, but the staircase just takes up a lot of space, so it feels like it's not as big as it is. And for those of you who asked, the last time I did a house building video, I said that I didn't know how to scale things up and down on a Nordic keyboard, but I think I have figured it out. So on a Nordic keyboard, we have the letter O. So if you kind of press that with the control key, you will scale things down. If you press the key right next to O, not P, but O, right next to that, it's kind of like, that little house thingy. If you press that and control, you can scale things up. So that's kind of how you scale things up and down. If you want to move things up and down on the walls, you have to have the Moveobjects cheat enabled, and then you can press Control and Alt, and then it's 9 and 0 to kind of move things up and down. So there, I figured it out. EA is not very compliant when it comes to this. They don't actually help you, and they don't tell you how to do it. So for those of you who don't know, in the Scandinavian countries, that's kind of how I do it. It might differ, I don't know, but you can try it out, see if it works for you, and yeah, that's kind of a little info for all of you who has been trying to do that. So we are working on the kitchen right now. So one thing you're not going to see in this build is the bathrooms being made, just because the build is already 21 minutes long, and I cut out the part where I did the cliffside, putting in all these stones, which was really tedious work. And I cut out the bathroom making part, just because it's something that you don't actually need to see me do, because I've done it so many times at this point. So I think if you guys want to see me do that, there's builds I've done, like the Asian mountain and stuff like that, deserted castle, where you can kind of see me do that kind of tedious work. So go to those if you want to see how to do, but I basically just scale things up and move them up and down to kind of fit so it looks like a mountainside. That's what I do. Cut that out with the bathrooms to save some time, so that we don't have to sit here for 35 minutes or more. So I know it's maybe a bit weird to walk right into the kitchen, but I don't know, I just love the idea of having this big open space and not cutting things off by having them placed in different rooms. It's something I've been really into lately with my builds, and it's something I can see in a lot of my modern looking builds, that I'm kind of doing this thing where it's one big urban area, and then I kind of try to separate the different rooms in that big area with other stuff, and that's kind of what I try to do here. So yeah, we still have excuse me, still have that cough. But we're working on the sorry, we're working on the dining room now. So that's kind of in water. Oh, I'm dying here. So the dining room, and on the end of this room we have one of the damn, what's going on? I'm so sorry. So on the end of this room, we have the dining room here, and then we have one of the living rooms. Just some more water. Wow. I don't know what's going on. And so he's just watching me like, what the hell are you doing? I'm just, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, what I was trying to say is we have two living rooms, as I said previously. So one of them is upstairs, and it's kind of acting more like a reading living room. Where this one downstairs is a bit more like a normal living room. I didn't actually put any televisions in here. Last one. So I didn't put any televisions in here just because I didn't actually think that I needed one. And I just liked having the idea of trying to keep it clean. If you want to put in a television, you can certainly do that. It's totally up to you. Once you download it, you can do with it whatever you want. I'm just trying to, create houses in the image I have in my head and put them into the game. But if you feel like there's something missing in the build, or you want to convert one of the rooms into something else, totally up to you. You can do whatever you want with the build. Oh, damn. This flu is kicking my ass. So if you don't know, it's actually winter here in Denmark, which means it's freaking cold. It's cold, it's raining, and there's sometimes snow. In the morning there's a lot of ice on the cars and on the roads, and it's just a very annoying time. I'm not much of a winter person. I actually enjoy the summer a little more. Understandably, just because, the cold can be nice, but yeah, I would prefer it not to be so cold. So we've moved upstairs here. This is where I decided to have another living room, and I initially thought that I was going to put in a television here. Wow. But oh my god, I'm so sorry. So yeah, I initially thought I was going to put in the television here, but it just didn't fit in, and wow. It just didn't fit in, so I decided just to make it a nice cozy living room. And I love what I did with the tables here and the rug. I just think it looks so modern and clean looking, and I really do love that. And then I had this big space here. Again, this is probably where you could put in another room. But I didn't know what to do with it, so I just decided to put in some counters that kind of looks like it's an extension of the room. And then put in some chairs, for a place where you could read books or whatever. And then the room behind those pictures that we just placed is going to be the office, and here we have the guest bedroom. So the colors in here is not that imaginable, and I actually really like that. I liked having plain colors, and then accenting it with, colors from paintings or plants or whatever. And like we did here, just have a mirror being a bright color. I just think that really helps brighten up the room, having this bright looking yellow chair. It's just something that helps bring a little lifeless room to life, in my opinion. But that's just me. I'm trying to drink a lot of water now, just because I don't want to cough anymore, just because it's annoying for you guys, and it really hurts my throat. So, we're working on the office now. Now, you could turn this into a kid's room. You could make a whole extra room up here, if you wanted to. I just love, I don't know, I love the idea of having an office area. And so I'm studying to become a chef at the moment. I have 1 year left, and then I am a proper chef, and I get a higher pay raise and all that stuff. But now I get paid as a student, which means I don't have that much money, which means I live in a very small apartment. But one day I would like to have an apartment with an extra room that I could convert into an office area, or in my case, a studio area where I could record my voiceover and all that good stuff, just because I've actually noticed, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but sometimes this room that I'm currently recording in, which is the only place I could actually place my computer and stuff, just because I have a living room and I have my bedroom. My bedroom is really small, so I had to place my recording and all that good stuff in my living room, which means that sometimes in the recording, when I'm listening to the playback, editing this stuff, it's I can kind of hear like a background noise, which is really annoying. I don't know if it's just me, but I can hear it, so I would like to get that changed. But yeah, that's for the future. I can't wait to get my own place and be a sous chef or whatever at some point in time. But for now, we just have to work my way up. So, working on the outside now. I know I've been rambling a lot this video, but I just kind of think that the stuff I'm doing speaks for itself. If you guys have any questions on on this build, on why I do stuff and how I did things, be free to ask me. I'm always here to answer any questions. And the cheat codes I use in this speed build is listed in the description down below, as always, for anyone who's been asking. So, so one thing I actually didn't know you could do, we can also scale down trees now. So if we want to create like a little forest I'm doing here, which with the birch trees, we can make smaller birch trees and bigger ones, and kind of have it look like a real forest, which I think is really awesome. It's a really good feature that they added, and I just tried to make the outside here look part of the landscape, so it would kind of, you could see that the house was placed on an already existing landscape. So here we have the screenshot from the outside going into the kitchen, pool, on our kitchen dining room area, where we can kind of see the living room here from the other angles, where you can see upstairs, down into the dining room again, the upstairs, living room, reading room, whatever you want to call it. I think it looks really cozy. Again, here you can do something different. I just don't know what to do with the space. The office area, the guest bedroom, And then I had some trouble taking pictures from the downstairs just because I couldn't actually get down into the basement. So this is the pictures that I could take for you guys. I think you can kind of see what I was trying to do with the walk-in closet, which I think looks really cool, and the downstairs master bedroom or bathroom. And then we have some shots of the whole lot, so you can kind of see where every room is placed. I actually almost forgot to do the bathrooms just because I was working on the cliff sides around the place. Ideally, I would have put in a pool at the bottom, so you could we could create like this river flow. But there's already so many items in the builds, and I know some of you guys don't have computers like I do, so I didn't do that. But here's the last screenshot. So if you enjoyed this build, you can get it on the gallery right now. Search Auvbri, you should be able to find it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking the video. And I will see you next time for another video. So have a fantastic day.